I'm Brianna Bailey from the Oklahoman, and I'm here with Jason Hullaby from the local engineering and architecture firm FSB. And FSB has designed a new headquarters for the Choctaw Nation in Durant. And Jason's going to talk with me today about that. Hi, Jason.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. So this is a big project for the tribe, and maybe you could kind of tell me how it came about and why the tribe needed a new headquarters.
Sure. We started working for the tribe at the end of 2013. They were in a situation where they had been in their current headquarters building for a long, long time. They'd gone through an enormous growth spurt over the last several years, and the truth is they continue to be in that growth spurt. So they'd outgrown their current campus. It was approximately a 100-year-old building, and so they were pretty limited with being able to upgrade that to accommodate current infrastructure, technology, those kind of things. And they had also gotten to a point where they had started to lease space all over Durant to be able to bring the people in that they needed. So they were in about 30 buildings across Durant. And this project gave them the opportunity to build something that was their very own, to start from scratch and to work in all the ideas that were very, very important to them from a cultural perspective, and to improve organizational efficiency for the tribe.
So if you could kind of give an overview of this new site that the tribe is developing, some of the things that are part of the project and where it's at in Durant.
Sure, sure. When we completed the master plan, we discovered that we needed about 500,000 square foot in office space to meet their needs, and they wanted to design this campus so that it could accommodate 50-year growth. So after looking at several sites, we settled on a site that they already owned. It's north of the casino, just east of the Big Lots Distribution Center in Durant. They already had a community center on that site, they had an early childhood development center on that site, and they had a food distribution center that was really brand new and it just opened. So after looking at it, it's about an 80-acre site, and it could accommodate everything that we needed. So where we ended up is a 5-story headquarters building that is really sort of the keystone of that project. It's about 500,000 square feet. It'll have about 900 employees when it opens, with the ability to grow to at least 1,200 within that building itself. On the campus is also an 850 space parking garage, a data center to support the entire campus, a conference center and cafeteria as well, and then a clinic.
So some of the FSB staff that worked on this project, they spent a whole day with the tribe in sort of a cultural immersion class, is that right?
That's right, that's right. It was something that was really important to us, to understand the Choctaw Nation. Every tribe has different beliefs, they have a different history, they have different symbols that are meaningful to them. And so we understood how important it was to understand that and be able to use those things that we learned in the campus and the buildings, exterior and interior design, all the way through. So we took a group of people from the office, about 50 people from FSB went down and met with their cultural representatives, and they put together this really great program that talked about everything from the history of the tribe to the different symbols that have meaning to them, to traditional foods and dress and artwork. It was just a really information-packed day, and I think it meant a lot to us.
And so what are some of the aspects of their culture that you kind of incorporated into the design of the building?
Right. A lot. It was important to us to, some of the things that are most important to them are the idea of a journey, you know, both in the beginning when they settled in Mississippi and then through the Trail of Tears to Oklahoma. One of their legends, and they share this legend with the Chickasaws, talks about the leaning pole. And so in our project, you know, well, in history, the idea is that when they were traveling, they set the pole on the ground, and when they woke up, in the morning, whichever way it was leaning is the way that they traveled. Until eventually, when they put the pole in the ground and left it there, and they woke up and it wasn't, that it was still standing straight up, that's where they settled. So we took that idea of the leaning pole, and starting at the entrance to the campus, you see one leaning pole, and as you progress onto the headquarters building, then we have a pole that's standing. And it really represents two things, that the Choctaw Nation have arrived from a physical standpoint, and this is where they're going to be permanently, but also that they've arrived in the bigger term of where they are in the world today.
What are some other highlights of the project?
Again, the exterior design, I think, trying to take some of those ideas that we learned about the Choctaw Nation, incorporating the diamond pattern and the rattlesnake that means so much to them, and then trying to reflect the idea of the Choctaw past, the present, and the future. So that you see that in everything that we've done, both on the outside of the building, the campus in general, the inside too.
All right, well, thank you for joining us and telling us about the project.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.